Hello guys and welcome back. So today we'll be discussing SpaceX's amazing new SN20 Starship. It's going to be exciting. Make sure to watch it until the end. So let's get into it. Elon Musk, who is the CEO of SpaceX, the world's leading space organization, said that his goal is to colonize Mars. SpaceX must reconsider present technologies while discovering new ones to accomplish this goal. That is the reason Elon Musk and SpaceX thought of the concept of a Starship. The Raptor engine is quite possibly the most essential part of the Starship to vanquish orbit. Musk's arrangement to head out to Mars in 2024 can be made possible altogether by this methane-powered engine, and the most ongoing model is the Starship SN20, which is the first step towards the goal of making humans a multi-planetary species that Elon Musk and SpaceX are totally focused on. At the present time, the Raptor engines are the significant forward leap for Starship SN20, not to be confused with the Merlin engines which SpaceX uses on its present Falcon 9 reusable rockets. Raptor engines have been grown specifically for the SpaceX Starship. So how is SN20 taking SpaceX to a higher level? What are the most significant changes in SN20 and what will it mean for the generations? As we probably are aware of, the historic accomplishment of SN15 prompted the foundation of the insane features of SN20. The significant modifications that took place for SN20 are the Raptor engines, because these engines will be set up for the rest of the SN prototype generations. SpaceX has checked Raptor engines and numerous prototypes from the SN8 to SN11 generations, yet none of them was sufficient in terms of both takeoff and landing. Be that as it may, SN15 even impacted the world forever on May 5th when it landed safely, following a high elevation test despite the fact that it had previously fizzled numerous times. It is the result of hundreds of various enhancements on the SN15, as well as perseverance and continuous improvement. After the accomplishment of SN15, SpaceX is pushing ahead to the first trip in orbit of the Starship SN20, skipping different prototypes from SN6 to SN19. Raptor Vacuum, also known as RVAC, is a Raptor variant with a more drawn-out, regeneratively cooled nozzle for increased specific impulse in a vacuum. While an advanced Raptor vacuum engine aims for an ISP of 380s, that is 3,700 meters per second. The version 1.0 Raptor vacuum engine, which is made to support initial Starship development, has been improved and presently has an ISP from 365 to 370s, which is 3,580 to 3,630 meters per second. Moreover, when the Raptor Vacuum version 1.0 is shot at a sea-level atmospheric pressure, the engine nozzle will be narrower to stay away from flow separation. In September 2020, at the SpaceX development facility in McGregor, which is situated in Texas, a full-duration test of VIP 1.0 of the Raptor Vacuum engine was finished. The booster spacecraft combo will be of incomprehensible scale. On July 1st, SpaceX CEO Elon Musk tweeted 2 photos of the Super Heavy standing at the Starbase test site in Boca Chica, Texas. The booster alone is 230 feet or 70 meters tall, generally the size of the Statue of Liberty. With the 150 feet tall upper stage joined, the entire stack will stand almost 400 feet or 120 meters tall, making it the largest rocket at any point worked to go to space. Taking this behemoth off the ground will require tremendous thrusting power. Musk tweeted on Sunday that SpaceX plans to install 32 or 33 Raptor engines at the bottom of Super Heavy to give as much as 230 tons of thrusting power. SpaceX in the end wants to make both the booster and the upper stage completely reusable. However, initial tests will focus on arriving at orbital height. As indicated by SpaceX's flight plan submitted to the Federal Aviation Administration, the Super Heavy SN20 combo would take off from Starbase and soar toward Earth's orbit in one piece. From that point forward, the booster would pivot for descent and land in the Gulf of Mexico off the coast of Boca Chica, while the upper stage would go into orbit for a brief period prior to splashing down in the Pacific Ocean close to Hawaii. So that was all for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to hit like, share and subscribe to our channel. Also, let us know your thoughts about the video in the comment section.